We work as game designers.
When we were designing the house, we imagined it as a mountain. The whole house is one big creative idea. The construction itself took 2 years.
My favorite part is the bathroom.
Wow, no way!
There were many challenges because this project was very unusual.
What's behind this door? Hey friends, today I'm showing you an apartment with not a single straight wall. And the owners are gonna help me with a tour.
Hi there.
Hi there.
This is Bimo and Sanfu. They live here. Guys, what do you do?
We work as game designers.
Oh, that's cool. I feel like this apartment suits you perfectly.
When we designed the apartment, we wanted it to feel like it's from another reality.
Guys, how many square feet is this place?
It's about 969 square feet.
I see a big kitchen, living room and dining area. What else do you have here?
It's a very spacious living room, and this is where we play games. We pretty much do everything here. We also have a bedroom and a small multi-purpose room. Right now it's set up as a kids' room.
So you have another kitchen zone too?
It's the dining area, but we also draw and work on big projects here because we've got a big bright table here.
What about a home office?
When we work, we're in this area. This is where we do all our computer work.
How many bathrooms do you have?
We have a separate bathroom and shower area by the bedroom, and one toilet is hidden in the interior so you don't even see it.
What was your goal when you bought this place?
We travel a lot around the world to places we've always dreamed of. If a home has your favorite spots and things, it feels like a vacation. And you'll always be happy to come back here.
Ah, got it. You just want a space you never want to leave, where you can feel like you're traveling, working, cooking, all in one place.
Yeah, and actually, it's not just us who don't want to leave. Our guests don't want to leave either.
Oh, I'm starting to think this may take us 2 or 3 days.
One of our friends sat here playing games and said it felt like being in a space capsule.
Want to try out our sink? You haven't washed your hands yet.
First of all, I love that it comes down from the ceiling. And guys, they think right here, this is awesome. We definitely need to drop a link to it in the description. The towel is amazing. When did you do the renovation?
The construction itself took 2 years, but counting the design phase too, it took about 4 years in total.
Do you guys have a favorite spot in the apartment?
My favorite part is the bathroom.
Wow, that's actually my favorite spot now too.
I wanted to have something like a natural hot spring at home. When I'm alone, I often lie here, play and work. I also love that just a few steps away, and you're in bed.
My favorite spot is probably right here. The Wi-Fi is strongest here. I work and play games in this spot. Every evening after work, I sit here and reflect on the day.
So this is like your power spot?
It's more like a place where I can see the whole apartment. And if anything happens, I'll notice it right away from here.
I have a question about functionality. You've got these steps here. Has anyone ever fallen off them?
No one has, because once you know the house well, your reflexes kick in. When we designed the house, we imagined it as a mountain. You go from the base upward, and our studio is somewhere halfway up the mountain.
Right, so from here it's like you're watching everything from the top of a hill.
You can see a beautiful tree through the office window. Even though we're in the city, it really feels like we're in nature.
Yeah, that's a really nice tree. Pretty cool.
In this concrete and routine life, we've got lots of greenery. So even while we're working all day, it feels like we could be anywhere.
How do you usually use this living room? What kind of stuff happens here? Describe typical moments.
We often play games here. It's spacious here. No exaggeration, you can fit 10 people here to play together. Some people sit on the couch, others right on the floor.
And when guests come over, what do you do here in the living room?
We gather here and play video games or board games. We talk, hang out, have fun. At most, we've had over 20 people here. Everyone sat in a circle like at a meeting.
Sometimes when there are a lot of people, some sit on the steps and we form a full circle. It's super cozy.
But most people end up on the couch. The taller folks sit on this side and the shorter ones on the other. We also draw in the studio or at the work desk. I painted this picture myself. It shows an image of me and our daughter.
And I came up with her look.
Guys, I have a question. The apartments feel pretty youthful, right? So what's it like living here with a kid?
Very easy. Our daughter's a young person too.
For now, she's still little and crawls around the tatami room. That room was designed just for her.
Aren't you worried about the steps, like that the kid might trip or fall?
When she gets older and starts walking and running, we'll block off the dangerous spots like corners and make the space safer. But when I was a kid, I loved climbing and jumping everywhere. I think a home should have elements that help a child grow up happy.
And honestly, I think that's the right approach. A lot of parents are super overprotective, and that stops kids from learning. They don't fall, they don't bump into stuff, they don't figure things out. They need a safe space where they can fall and bump into things, but without serious consequences, so they can learn from it.
These are some of our favorite things. These are all toys I brought back from our travels. This is a character figure I designed myself for one of my games. We also keep our game controllers here for different consoles and lots of extra ones for guests.
I see there are chargers for everything here, and some smart home controls too. Like the air conditioner unit is hidden right here.
This is the main control panel for the whole home. We hid it inside this cabinet. I gave it a cyberpunk look so it would fit in better with the space. From the outside, the home looks very minimal, but inside, thanks to all the storage, there's a whole hidden world.
The apartments look pretty neutral at first glance, but when you open the cabinets, you start to see things that really reflect the owners' personalities. Colorful touches, a bit of visual noise, but it's all tucked away. When you walk in, it's like a blank canvas. When you open a cabinet, and boom, contrast. By the way, do you always keep these baskets by the window, or is that just for the shoot?
No, these baskets are always here. They're for sorting clothes by color, black and white.
I love this little corner. That huge panoramic window is amazing. And with all the plants here, it feels like the outdoors kind of blends into the space.
Yeah, that open vibe is exactly what we were going for.
I think you really nailed it. So, what's in this cabinet?
That's where the washing machine is.
Ah, now I get it. This whole setup is for laundry, right? Every cabinet you open here has something. Pictures, little drawings, super creative couple.
I do laundry almost every day. So it's really nice that when you open the door, you see warm memories and moments from your life.
And this is such a good idea. You know how people love collected magnets? Just keep them inside the cabinet. No visual clutter, but still a nice little collection for yourself. Win-win. Hey, tell me about your kitchen.
We eat here, cook, and work on big projects. After cooking, we can serve food right here. It's super convenient. No need to go far. The whole surface is white, so dishes and food are easy to see. Plus, it's easier to clean and wipe down. I designed this bar stool myself. Bimo said she couldn't find a stool that was both comfy and fit the style. So I made one myself in the right style, and her name is written on it.
It actually says that. And also guys, this chair is really comfy. I'm sitting on it now and it's super nice. Okay, serious question. Who does most of the cooking? You or your wife?
I used to cook more, but now Bimo does most of the cooking.
Alright, off the record. Whose food tastes better?
She likes what I cook more, and I like what she cooks more.
That's a very diplomatic answer. You dodged that one well.
This is a very handy pop-up outlet. The countertop stays perfectly flat, but when you need to plug in a kettle or something, the outlet pops up easily. I love that the sink is by the window. So when you're washing dishes, you can enjoy the view. We use this shelf the most. It holds our favorite glasses and drinkware. Every time we come home, we pick different glasses depending on our mood. We pour ourselves a drink and spend time chatting at the table.
By the way guys, it's super trendy now to mix and match your dishes in the kitchen. That doesn't mean they shouldn't match, just that maybe they have the same color, but different shapes. Same style, different form.
This sofa also matches the overall style of the home. We searched for a long time but couldn't find the right one, so we ended up designing it ourselves. The sofa has a non-standard shape. When unfolded, it turns into a full bed. That's the whole concept of our home. We call it our land. Imagine, late at night, we lie on the couch, turn off the lights, and pretend we're lying in a meadow looking up at the stars. Even the sofa itself was made asymmetrical on purpose. One side is narrower and the other is wider. That shape was designed for people of different heights. Shorter people sit on one side and those with long legs on the other. Everyone finds a comfortable spot.
Can you tell me a bit about your storage system? What's behind this wall?
That's our hobby closet. For example, Bimo loves working with clay.
I've got another question, still on the storage topic. I see two doors over there. What's behind them?
That's our special tools cabinet. It holds everything we use often and usually lose. So I don't have to walk around the house wondering where I put the hammer. I always know where it is.
I really like how you've set this up. See, you've got these holes here, and you can insert hooks anywhere to hang whatever you need, and move them around depending on the item. Tell me about this area. Do both of you work here?
We spend most of our time here when we're at home, and we don't necessarily work. We might just play games here too.
Tell me more about your storage. Every cabinet here feels like own little world.
This is where we've hidden our computers. The doors have ventilation holes to let out heat from the computers. So you only see the monitors, not the actual PCs. And this is my personal space. I usually sit here when I'm doing my makeup.
It's comfortable to sleep with the mattress lying directly on the podium?
Yes, I think not having a bed frame brings you closer to the ground. It's really cozy. And I don't have to worry about falling off the bed in the middle of the night. Honestly, it's super comfy. And the platform under the mattress is hollow. So we can use that space for storage too.
Yeah, it's super comfy. Actually, in one of my apartments, I had the same setup. A podium bed with massive storage space underneath. Super practical. Hey, quick question. Where do you guys put your phones when you go to bed? I see you've got some niches here.
We put our phones at the head of the bed. There's a charger there.
Is the wireless charging in there or a regular socket?
We hid the outlet. Look, it's up there.
Guys, look, there's a socket in there. And what about the lights? Are there switches too?
The switch is also nearby, so you can turn off the light when you go to bed.
See guys, if you don't want light switches to be visible in your shots, you can hide them in the top part of a shelf like this.
There's also a lot of storage above the bed. For example, I keep my skincare products here.
Tell me, if one person is sleeping and the other is working, doesn't this open layout get in the way?
Not a problem.
Can you close this off somehow?
Bye-bye. This is my entire wardrobe. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
What's behind this door?
Behind this door is the bathroom.
Oh, it's the shower. That's so cool. And I love this detail. Look guys, when you walk in, the shelf is hidden on the side, so you don't see it right away. So if there's soap or bottles, they're out of sight. I also love how much natural light you get here. There's a full-on window in the bathroom. And for privacy, there's blinds that come down, but still let the daylight in.
This is our tatami room. It's also a small bedroom. Right now, as you know, it's set up as the kids' room. There's an accordion door, so guests can stay here too. I love this room too. I used to lie here often in silence and reflect.
Quick question. Where do you keep the kids' toys?
The toys are kept right here, and this is the baby's crib. We store all the baby stuff in this cabinet. This platform under our feet is also hollow. We use it for storage too. And here's the kids' wardrobe. We built it ourselves. This is a nightlight. These two symbols mean star and earth. It's in the Sumerian language. We carved them from stone. They represent stars, gods, and the earth. The top symbol is called Kakapu, and the bottom one is Kia.
And what's behind this door?
And this is the hidden bathroom.
Oh, nice! So you've got natural light coming in here too. Guys, it's a beautiful apartment. What inspired the design?
We had two sources of inspiration. First was the residents' own aesthetic. They like unusual things. The second source was the site itself. We drew inspiration from nature, trees, and light. When we were designing the house, we imagined it like a tree, or some organic natural form that came together on its own. It's not a set of rooms. It's one single living organism. That's why every wall and corner is unique, based on its function. We tried to think like nature and express that in a natural way.
And how did you meet your clients?
It was a wonderful and interesting introduction. They found us through social media but didn't reach out. Then their friends recommended us. But again, they didn't get in touch. The third time, a mutual friend connected us, and that time it worked out.
Tell me, what challenges did you face while bringing this apartment to life? What were the tricky parts?
Yeah, there were a lot of challenges. This project was very different from the usual ones. It was hard for the workers to visualize the final result. They needed exact instructions, but we couldn't give them that here. So we came to the site ourselves and marked out all the non-standard shapes for finishing work. There were also lots of hidden systems, pipes, equipment, and more. All of it had to be carefully planned.
Tell us a bit about the ventilation and other technical systems. What do you have installed here and where are they located?
The entire ventilation and air conditioning system was part of the overall design. They're two separate systems, but their outlets are located in the same place. After that, the equipment gets installed. We specified exactly where and how each element of the system should be placed, even the shape and direction of the vents.
Do you have a smart home system here?
We use a fairly simple smart home system. You can control the lighting, curtains, AC, and ventilation. It's all managed through a small control screen. You can control it either by voice or with a tap.
Can you tell us about how the podium was built? What did you do to make sure it doesn't crack when you walk on it?
The platform is made of two components. The structural part includes a brick base and a wooden frame. The decorative layer consists of several layers. The bottom layer is a wooden base. The top layer is micro-cement resin.
What is your personal favorite spot in the apartment?
I really love this entire line of windows. It's one of the most important elements of the space. It feels like the window runs continuously along the entire wall. It creates a feeling of connection with nature.
What interesting or creative solution did you implement in this space?
The whole home is one big creative idea. We brought to life a bold and unconventional project. We incorporated so many interesting details. For example, the hallway ceiling is designed so that when light hits it, it creates a reflection like water, immersing you in the home's atmosphere right from the entrance. Or in the multi-purpose room, we wanted to create a sense of vertical space, so we added a ladder to spark imagination.
Guys, I think this is a great principle that everyone should use when designing their home. Think about what you need, but even more about what you don't need, and let that go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment with your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!